Thank you for tuning in to TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Saturday. So, I don't necessarily have a question of the week for you guys as I do a comment. And it's basically something that I've been struggling with for the past week. So, the topic, as you can see with the title, is sometimes there's just nothing you can do. And the reason I came up with this is that I got some information on a friend of mine, somebody I've known almost my whole life. And it was very distressing and very disturbing for me. And because you love and you care for somebody, you want to see what it is that you can do for them. You want to be able to help them to, and for me, especially me, because I'm a Virgo, and Virgo tend to have this nurturing aspect where we want to help to fix somebody. And so all of that started kicking in, but the truth of it is that there, at the end of the day, there's nothing that I personally can do, and it hurts. It hurts. So what do you do in those situations? What do you do to alleviate that pain and that helplessness that you feel for those people when there's times when there's just nothing you can do for them? And throughout my life, because I'm 45 years old, I'll be 46 in a few months, come September. And I've had a number of people in my life that have had situations that they've dealt with in their own life that they just, there was nothing I could do to help them. And whether it's a family member that's on drugs, whether or alcoholic, or people are in financial struggles and my finances don't allow for me to help somebody, or whether it's just them being in a situation that is heartbreaking. Just really heartbreaking for them to be going through this experience and for you to sit there and watch them, even those when they have diseases that you can't do anything for and you're just sitting there watching them. It's like, what do you do for them? How do you help? How do you feel better? Or what can you do to try to really alleviate that responsibility that you feel for it? And so I really wanted to talk to you because I know I'm not the only one that ever comes across this or ever experiences this. And so some of the things that I have learned to do over the years, because remember, this whole channel is about, mind, body, and spirit, and how you combine it and how you allow that energy to connect and flow. And so one of the things is acknowledging the fact that we all have energy within us. And so that energy is something that you can share with other people, that you can, help to boost other people, whether it's just them being in your presence, but also you can send that loving light, that loving energy to that person. I put shea butter on just before I did this video, so my hands are shining and I'm trying to rub it in. But anyway, I don't mean for that to be a distraction because I know it started distracting me. But one of the things that you can do is just send them some loving light. Like for me, for example, what I did is I started meditating, and I put myself in that meditative state and I pictured the person that I'm talking about. I pictured them in front of me. And I just imagined myself giving them a hug, embracing them, and giving them love, and pouring out healing energy into them from me to them to try to help them, and even in letting them know that, hey, when you get yourself straight, I'm here. When you overcome all of this that you're working on, I'm here. And that was what I did. You can do this through meditation. You can even do this. You can write a letter out to that person. It doesn't mean that you have to mail it or that you have to send it off or that they even ever have to read it, but just to write it out and put that on paper that's you communicating that issue or those feelings to the universe, and asking the universe to, hey, can you look out for this person? Can you help this person? Can you send them extra healing? Speak to their ancestors or speak to your ancestors and ask them to speak out to their ancestors to help them. There are different ways in which you can do things to help people that aren't necessarily traditional ways, and some ways that people think are like an oddity or that's that mumbo jumbo. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not. And if you think about it, these are techniques and things that people have used in different cultures around this world for thousands and thousands of years. So the few hundreds of years that the United States has been in business, I think the other cultures kind of supersede that. And I think, we get taught and raised that a lot of that stuff is mumbo jumbo. But if you think about it, they did that for years. Now, there's some things that, may not have. Yeah, maybe. But when you get to the spirituality of things, I think they were a lot more advanced than what we are today. Like, we don't know who we are. We don't know what we're capable of. We don't understand that connection that we have to the other side and to our ancestors. It is something that is starting to become more prevalent, that people are getting back into, and that knowledge is becoming pulled to the forefront again. But we were raised to think that that was taboo, mumbo jumbo, or the crazy talk. And in actuality, it's not. It's something that has happened from generation to generation for thousands of years in cultures all around the world. And they have documented it. There is a book, Vibrational Medicine, which I don't have it around me. But scientists have been studying this. They study the energy that people give off on themselves. Like in this book, like I said, it's called Vibrational Medicine. I remember reading where they took a slice of an apple. They took that slice all the way over to, I think, California, and in New York was the actual apple. They stressed the apple that was in the DNA off the apple that was in California, and the DNA in New York responded. Okay, so there is something here to this, and they are actually starting to prove this on a scientific level, that this isn't mumbo jumbo. It's not something that's just made up. It is actually becoming fact. Okay, they're proving it. So when you send that loving energy to somebody who is hurting, or somebody who isn't where they need to be, and you send that energy to them, they do receive it. Even if they're not aware of it, they still do it. And if you think about it, even when you do prayer circles, and you get these prayer circles around people in the hospital who are sick, and you have these people from the church come in and they pray around this person, and then that person seems to be getting better. Well, that's one of the reasons why, because everybody is focused on putting their energy into healing this person. Whether you're asking for God to do it, Yahweh, whoever, the energy is there, and it's being asked to go to this person to heal them. And so a lot of times that's why it works. When you see that it's working, that's why. Now, if you have people who are just doing it just to show, and they don't really have any interest, then they're not using any energy, and no, it's not going to work. But if you have people who are surrounding you, like, let's say you're sick, and you have people surrounding you who truly love and care for you, and they're really and truly praying for you because they really and truly want you to heal, then that is the energy that is being shot into you, and that will actually help to heal you. And so to do stuff like that, like to send that loving energy, to send that healing light to somebody, is actually, like I said, it actually does work, and it is a proven. It's something that scientists are proven, and something that people have been doing for thousands of years. So it's not anything new. But in any case, that's what I did for this person that I was really thinking about and was feeling really heartbroken over because of where they are today. And I really do want and love and care for them, even though they're not in my life. And they're in no position to be in my life. So I'm not calling them into my life right now because of certain aspects of the relationship that they burned. But I'm also open to it, that once they get themselves together, then yeah, we can talk about it. We can see where you are. And then if at that time you're open to the assistance and help, then yeah, I can help. But before then, no, you need to get yourself in a position to where you're ready to help yourself. You're ready to look at yourself. And that goes back to meditation I talked about before. When you meditate for other people, you don't meditate for what you want them to do. You meditate for the things that they need, that benefit them. So like for this situation, I am meditating that they get the help and assistance that they need. They get the guidance that they need. Not for them to do this, and that, because I want to see you do this. No, because it's not about me. It's your life. So I pray and I send that loving light and that energy to you in the hopes that you will get what you need to go back and get back on track on the path in which you're destined to be on, because your journey is going to be different from mine, just as mine is different from everybody else's. And so you don't want to put your thoughts and your ideals on that person. You want them to have the life that they were intended to have, the life that they came here to have. And so, just be careful of that. But I wanted to share that because, like I said, again, I know I'm not the only person that experiences this, that you see people struggling, you see things that are going on with somebody, and you really wish there was something that you can do, but they're not in a position to be helped, to accept help, to ask for it, whatever the case may be, whatever that blockage is. This is an alternative way in which you can help that person and reach out to them without physically reaching out to them. So like I said, research vibrational medicine, and you'll find out what I was talking about with that, because like I said, scientists are actually proving it. They're putting it to it. Part of physicists are doing it through physics. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, that's the message for today. If you got something out of it, please like, subscribe, and share, because if you got something out of it, chances are someone else will as well. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.